How does it feel being back in D.C.?
The swamp.
Here the incentives are ass backwards.
I was whipped on the first budget, which means that leadership comes up to you and asks you how you're going to vote on this.
This has been a months-long process.
We burned the midnight oil and ended up with a bill that is really good for the American people.
And he said, Ken, are you going to vote for the budget? And I said, no, I'm not going to vote for the budget. The swamp is geographically Washington, D.C., but in a metaphysical sense, it's just a place where values change.
I'm not a career politician, and I don't want to be a career politician. And I think one of the problems in this town, in the swamp, is there's too many damn career politicians.
And he said, Ken, are you going to vote for the budget? And I said, no, I'm not going to vote for the budget. And he says, well, why aren't you going to vote for the budget? And I said, well, because it doesn't balance. He says, well, it balances in 10 years.
You know, I joke that I don't think I've ever worked so hard to accomplish so little. But if you stop working, you can be assured you won't accomplish anything.
And I said, how long have you been here? And he says, I've been here 12 years. I said, 10 years ago, did they tell you it was going to balance? He looks at me and he says, you're right, it never balances.
Here the incentives are ass backwards, upside down. There's no incentive to save money here. In the private sector, I think the incentives, for the most part, though not perfect, are very good.
If I'm up by 7 and I'm not done working until 9 on a day we're in D.C. And if I'm on the road, generally speaking, if we're in recess, I'm usually up earlier and home later. But I've been married for a year and a half. Hadn't been on the honeymoon yet. Don't have time, can't afford it. Am I complaining? Hell no. I've been given a wonderful opportunity to perpetuate the greatest experiment that mankind has ever endeavored to engage in.
Here there's not an incentive to save money. There's an incentive to spend money. There's not an incentive to do what you believe in necessarily, or what you believe to be correct. There's an incentive to get to yes, to be on the team. Now, why do you want to be on the team while you're here? Well, because that's going to help you do what? Win re-election. It's going to help you run for governor. It's going to help you run for the United States Senate. It's going to help you be the next Speaker of the House. Those, to me, are not the correct incentives, because nowhere in what I just said are the words "the people." The incentives should be all about the people we represent. And more days than not, I think everybody is represented in Washington, D.C., other than we the people.